Why do you think that President Obama wants your guns? That's one of the manifestos of communism, one of the 10 planks, to take your guns away. Why? Because every nation, before communism ever took over a nation, or totalitarianism, they take the weapons away from the people so the people cannot protect themselves. It's not about no school. Most of these shootings have been proven to be false. Most of these matter of fact, I'm gonna show you. You can Google this. They just said Sandy Hook was false. The government said, the White House just said Sandy Hook was a drill. They just said it. Now they used these kids they said they ain't never found no body. Sandy Hook was only a drill. That's what the White House released this, I think, yesterday. Now what you have to say, what's the reason that they would do this big hoax? It was to pass laws, to get guns, to make people get a knee-jerk reaction and say, man, we just need to remove the guns and we can stop the killing. That's not true. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Now they saying that about these few kids that supposedly got killed in Sandy Hook, but what they keep leaving out was the strictest gun laws in the nation are in Chicago, where they kill each other every day, and they got the worst or the most strict gun laws. So the whole goal was to move forward with taking the weapons away from the people. So if you remember back when the Bundy Ranch incident, when they was trying to take this guy's cows, and this militia formed and went down there and drew guns on the government. That's what they're afraid of, that the citizens will actually stand up and rise up and fight. Because we talking about communism now. We talking about, now most of your leaders, professors, and colleges have trained you in communism. Most of them are socialist. And that just really means look to the government for everything. That's telling you we have, the Desters have. So why y'all taking the guns? Oh, the guns are valid. No, it's a reason. We should have been taking guns back when it was 700. Why are they taking the guns for? Because something is coming. Y'all don't get this. I know y'all don't get it, because they go get Ted Nugent, go get some crazy hillbilly NIA guy talking about him, from my cold dead hand, you'll never get my gun. And they make you think everybody's a hillbilly. Everybody don't think like that. Even hillbillies ain't stupid. You know why they still hillbillies up in the hill? Because they got their gun. You ain't going up in them hills doing nothing. You go missing up in them hills. I used to be up in them hills when I was in camp years ago. You ain't messing around up there. We respect that. Even right now, the guys that sell weed, they respect the hillbillies. They know where it comes from. You better not go up and go to Hardin County trying to do something. Go up to Appalachian. You will come missing in them hollers up there. It'll be a valley that will know you no more. And don't nobody mess with them. That's because they understand this is our land. Are y'all there? You need to understand, stop going with this arguments of the media's making. The Second Amendment had to do with you watching the government. It was so the government wouldn't violate your rights. That's why African Americans should never be against the Second Amendment. Did you know the way they kept us in slavery was because they had guns. There was millions of the slaves outnumbered the South. So how can a few people keep millions of people in slavery? They had a gun. We come from Africa. We didn't know they got a fire stick. Fire jumped out. We don't know nothing about that. That's magic. Their power was better than ours. We didn't know. But that's how they kept them in line. But the way we got ourselves out and stayed out, because we started getting our own firearms. So when the Klan came, they knew we had guns then. That's how we got out. Go look up, it was a movie called The Deacons. These are the guys that police, they said they was black men. They owned guns. And they kept the Klan from destroying their city, from raping their people and taking their stuff. So it was the guns. So when we got free, that's when they passed the codes, the laws, that black people couldn't own guns. Because they wanted you defenseless. So why should we be against that? If it wasn't for them, we got free. He didn't free us because he wanted us to be free. He freed us because he knew the nation was going to be destroyed if we wasn't free. Matter of fact, Lincoln said, I don't care if they enslaved or not. I'm just trying to preserve the Union. Let's go study this. As a matter of fact, we didn't need Lincoln. Did you know we was already emancipated before? The country would not force the laws that was already there. Y'all want to talk about this? Go online and look up crisis actors. There's websites where there are people who say, I will sign up to be a crisis actor. Now the goal is to force you through the fear to give up your rights. So they're using, now notice how every time there's a mass shooting, what's the first thing they tell you? What's the first thing that they come on and talk about? Guns. Now if more gun control was really, now listen, if it was really about guns, then why Chicago, where there's no legal way to have a gun, if it was really about that, why is that the highest murder rate? Because it's not about guns. Every dictator, before they start murdering their people, they take your weapons. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying?